rolling off for the second race in a row here in Indianapolis for ORP, the short track for O'Reilly Parks here. Charles Sandford, he got that penalty, like I said, big engine there. Penalty, 42 points docked, and he'll start 42nd here today. Blue Flare Motorsports really surprised us here today, guys. Toyota's on the front row, teammates. One of the most not teams, but the most unexpected team out there to grab the pole. First and second, Trent Tarter, Charles Jackson, the green flag is out. Coming to complete lap number 1, we would have our first incident of the day. Eric Burton would get turned off the bumper of Luke Martin, get spun around. However, that would not bring out a caution. Jeff James, after last round there, he ended up finishing like around in the top 5 there, and he took over the points lead going into the race. And when he left that race there, he ended up coming out of there, and well, Jeff James, he ended up getting a points penalty as well, just like Charles Sandford, and now is only 18 points back to Jordan Fisher. Here's another guy who's also back in the race car here, Sean Perkins. For Horizon Group there, Jeffrey Lynn has raced a couple of races in Horizon Group's car, the 78 here, and Horizon Group really does like Jeffrey Lynn, and they're looking at possibly a third car team starting up here in a few races here with Jeffrey Lynn hopping in a different race car. Here's a driver who is really struggling this race weekend. Jordan Davis has really struggled to get the handling on his race car here, and it's proven here he had a bad qualifying effort here, and he's barely able to. He's been around right there where around he's qualified right there. He's trying to get around Rick Schultz right now, but Jordan Davis really struggling here today, and Charles Sandford right behind him, not able to pick up as much spots as we thought he would be able to on the start of the race. Battle on going for second here. Jeff James's Ford down the inside on Charles Jackson. Jackson has been really trying to hold these guys off at bay here. His teammate there, Trent Tarter, has pulled an amazing gap on the field there. He's got a straightaway length on him there. And Jeff James there, he keeps trying on Charles Jackson there, but it's not been enough there. And James keeps ducking down low, but it's not been enough, and Charles Jackson just gets the run off the turns. On lap 20 here, however, James Fox's Ford would blow up right here, running right here in 11th. He was trying to get by Jordan Fisher there for a couple of laps, and it was not able to happen there. Yeah, Motorsports, they've been having a lot of engine failures this season, and I know James is not too happy with that one. Here comes Andreas Allen on the outside here, the Dodge, one of the leading Dodges of the entire season here. Just went right by Nick Mace for 4th and is now looking to try and gun on Jeff James here. A battle on going for 6th here. Vince Allen tried to swoop up high on Jake Bassinger, but it would not work to his advantage. He would hit the wall and would lose 7th to another Turner Fenway car of Jesse Turner. Here we go again, Jeff James. He had a real good jump on Charles Jackson through 3 and 4, but again, Jackson is able to hold off for 2nd. Here we go again, Jeff James down low. He might be able to get him here. Off turns 2, Jeff James. His Ford has been trying all he can to get by Charles Jackson, but Jackson sails it off into 3, and the outside 3 wide there with Allen on the inside there, beating and banging off the turn. Look at there. Nick Mace plows his way on through for 3rd, and Jackson again holds off for the position there. The scramble is on right here. Look at this, Jake Bassinger up high here. Jeff James is in danger of losing some more positions there. Jake Bassinger up high here. He's trying to gain points on Jordan Fisher. He's only coming in only 10 points behind him in the points. Jordan Fisher is back here in 10th. But, man, Nick Mace is trying to get by Charles Jackson. But up front, Trent Tarter has hit the lap traffic here on lap 30. And Trent Tarter, we're not really saying much about him, but this is huge for Blue Flare Motorsports. Did not really expect them to try and win races this season, but with Fuel Brothers Racing equipment they came in this race with Fuel Brothers Racing engines and equipment, and they're running really strong here, and they're 1st and 2nd right now, which is really impressive. And Trent Tarter has not went to victory lane since season 13, which was 6 seasons ago, and what it would be if Tarter could go back to victory lane. However, Jeff James was not playing around here. Here he went. He had a big run off turns number 2, And this was the battle for third, and Jeff James around the outside would take back the position here from Nick Mace. Here's another driver we have not mentioned at all this race here, Noah Hart. He's running 19th right now. Not a very good run here compared to what Zebulon Stark did, but he's coming back after an injury here. He came back early to be racing here, and Noah, he's only 121 points back to the point leader, and he's got somewhat of a decent shot at making up ground to be in the championship fight here, because we got a long ways until then. However, Charles Jackson is really holding these guys back here. Jeff James keeps trying to pass him here. Nick Mace around the outside again. Down the straightaway. Gets the run here in turn number 1. And Nick Mace's low Chevrolet side by side with James is going to take the position away off turns 2. This pack is catching Trent Togger little by little there. Togger is held up by the ARC racing car. He keeps trying to get underneath him there to pass him, but Alan Cavanaro has just been able to hold him off at that very much there. But yeah, it's kind of hard to pass on ORP here, especially on the bottom side there. But Trent Togger holds the lead, but Jackson is cutting into the gap little by little. Again, a battle ongoing for third there. Jeff James along with Jake Bassinger, the Fords on the outside, charging around Nick Mace here. And Nick Mace's Chevy's going to get kick dropped all the way back to maybe like 5th right there. Jake Bassinger looking to try and take 4th. Jeff James up to 3rd. Again, here we go. Jake Bassinger moving his way forward once again around the outside of Jeff James for 3rd. This pack is closing in on where Trent Togger is. Jackson has now closed in on Matthew Rodriguez. And there's Trent Togger right there. He has barely been able to get past some cars there. He's been able to get past Cavanaro and Rodriguez, but Jackson and now Bassinger are right here now. I have a feeling lap traffic may play a role in how this finish goes here. Jake Bassinger is all over Matthew Rodriguez here, but Rodriguez is in the slower lane here. Jackson and Nick Mace go on by there. Rodriguez looks like, oh boy. Nick Mace on the top side, he's right there where he needs to be. He needs to try and get past Jackson on the top side to get any chance to get there and mess with Togger, but Jackson has been decently strong to be able to keep these guys at bay, and at the halfway point here, Trent Togger is right there. So if anybody can get past Jackson, they may be able to mess with Trent Togger here. Here's one guy working his way up right here with Jacob Hart as well. Here comes Jesse Turner. Moving his way forward there. Oh boy, 3 wide racing. Allen, Hart, Turner there. Boy, this is fun racing here. Jake Bassinger on the top side of James once again. Here we go. Nick Mace has gotten past Charles Jackson. That is what the whole field right there has needed. They needed to get past Jackson there. Jackson has been in the way for most of these faster cars, but boy, he better not let Jackson fill that hole there. Nick Mace needs to get back on the top side, but he's trying to get past slower car of Cavanaro, but a car like it went around there. We're going to get a replay. Battling here for the 13th position here. Sky Commons gets right up on the back bumper of Emma White, trying to do a little bump and run there, and it got a little big right there. Emma White got moved up out of the way, got really a dirty move there. Sky Commons, I think he was just trying to do a bump and run right there, but it didn't work to his advantage there. I mean, Emma White can't be too mad, because Emma White at Texas World tried doing the same thing to Richard Johnson and spun him out, so just race him. Here comes Charles Jackson fighting back on Nick Mace now. That is definitely something Nick Mace did not need to have happen. He needed to be on the outside groove there. And look at there. Nick Mace has a fast race car. He just drove past Cavanaro now. Bassinger finally has gotten past Charles Jackson. Jeff James is trying to do the same here. And, well, checking on the progress with Nick Mace, trying to run down Trent Togger. There is like 3 cars in between them both. Trent Togger trying to hold off to get back to victory lane here. What a difference it is this race weekend here. Charles Sandford really fast at Indianapolis with an illegal engine there. They did not use the engines they were given by Coreweiser Racing. This race weekend they are, and it's kind of showing here because him and Aaron Taylor are both running really terrible here. I can only guess that Aaron Taylor and Charles Sandford are running the same engines package this race weekend here, as they run like right there in 38th and 39th. Nick Mace is driving really hard. He just drove underneath Sandford in 1 and 2, and now he's alongside of Aaron Taylor trying to drive it low here of him. And Nick, he's got his sights set on Togger now. He's right there on Togger. He's in the picture here, trying to get past Taylor there. It's really hard to make passes on the bottom side, but he's trying to make it work. Nick Mace did it. He got by Aaron Taylor. And boy, oh boy, Trent Togger, he's trying all he can to get past the other Mace car up here of Jordan Davis. But Davis is holding his own right here. He's only in 36, which is a really surprising run right there. But here comes Mace driving it in again here. But don't forget here, Jeff James and Jake Bassinger, also Jacob Hart, they have drove their way up here as well. And don't count them out here. But there it is right there. The difference. He has cut the gap now. Nick Mace is there. Trent Togger trying to... Oh boy, Michael White really messed up Togger there. Boy, oh boy. Trent Togger trying to make an upset here. Nick Mace trying to get back to victory lane for the first time this season. Trent Togger, 6 seasons since his last win. Nick Mace, last season was the last time we seen him in victory lane. He's looking for his first win this season. He's underneath the Togger now. Here's Nick Mace on the high side, trying the other side right here. He tried it low. Here comes Nick Mace. He has a run. Nick Mace on the outside of the Toyota there. Chevy trying to win for the first time this season. Toyota also trying to win the first time this season. But don't look back, because the Ford of Jake Bassinger and Jacob Hart as well are fighting their way forward. But Nick Mace leads for the first time today. But Trent Togger's got a fast car as well. He came prepared, wanting to try and win here. He's on the outside right here, trying to get a run on Mace, but Mace does have a fast race car. And Nick Mace has been close to winning before. Maybe he can get his first win this season, but maybe Trent Togger can finally get back to victory lane in 6 seasons. Here it is here. Trent Togger tried on Nick Mace there in 3 and 4. It was not enough. Nick Mace undoubtedly has the fastest car out of Blue Flare Motorsports. Mace Enterprises, Blue Flare Motorsports. You think about them butting heads there, who would win out there, and Mace Enterprises is no doubt better than Blue Flare Motorsports, so this is quite a good show by Blue Flare Motorsports to be going for this win here. Really good job there. They started this season wanting to try and finish in the top 20 and 15 every race. Now they have FBR equipment, and they just want to try and get top 10s and try and get on a roll here. And here he is right here with Trent Togger in a position to win for this team here with 20 laps to go. But the Fords are not giving up yet here. Jake Bassinger has cleared his sights set on Trent Togger. Now has gotten past Aaron Taylor, Jesse Turner, and also Jeff James is set to try and run them down there. 3-4s trying to keep the streak alive here of the Fords winning here, but Nick Mace is pulling the gap now. However, a caution flag would fly, a debris caution. Here we are with 10 laps remaining here. Oh, the black flag is displayed with somebody there. I wonder who it's for there. I saw the flag now wave a black flag there, but Trent Togger down the inside of Rick Schultz here. But Rick Schultz, a lap car, he may play a role in who wins this race here. Nick Mace may be clear sailing now to win this race here, since Rick Schultz is in the way here. That's probably not a good thing right there for the, oh, black flag again on somebody. I don't even know. You saw right there, so the black flag is out, but Nick Mace is pulling the gap now. We're being told that Alan Cavanaro, he's done something by the officials there, and they brought him in. He's got a black flag here. Alan Cavanaro, who's been on and off pit road here a couple of times, having problems there, but they have parked him for the day. Battle on going for third here. Jake Bassinger trying to get every point he can here. On the outside of Jeff James, he looks like he's going to be able to take the spot here. Nick Mace, here he comes to take the white flag for this race here. Nick Mace, he's won 21 wins in his career here. He's not won it all this season. Out of 14 races this season, you would think he would at least won at least one race. He has not. Nick Mace, here he comes, is going to get his 22nd career win. 1 win away from the all-time driver Richard Johnson. Nick Mace wins at ORP. For his 22nd career win, Nick Mace, 1 more win away from Richard Johnson. from tying him as the most winning driver in the Sony Cup Series. Man, Nick Mace, he tried, a lot of the drivers this race tried really hard on Charles Jackson to get past right there to try and run down this guy, Trent Togger. Togger finished second there, a good outing there for Trent Togger, but it just was not meant to be. Nick Mace in his number 48 Lotus Chevrolet is finally going back to victory lane, and he will finally be a winner again. His 22nd career win, one win away from Richard Johnson for all-time winning driver on the list here. Congratulations to Nick Mason. Congratulations to Chevy on their first win of the 2015 season, and Mace Enterprises' first win of the season as well. Congratulations to them on the win here today. Let's get you our finishing results and standings after round number 15.